got to be completely honest here. I don't know where to start with this race. I don't have a good grasp on if it was like a good race or a bad race. I mean, it was dramatic, it was chaotic, it was controversial. I'm still kind of lost on a lot of things. There was about 500 incidents, 500 controversies today. I really don't know where to start here. There was Bottas slowing down to keep Max from pitting or something under the first safety car. Then Mercedes pitted and Max stayed out, and there was a red flag and Max got the lead with fresh tires. Max forced Lewis off the track, had to give the positions back under another red flag because there was a huge wreck because the track is weird and close quarters, and they started wrecking and everyone started checking up and you can't see everything. So that happened. Then Max passed like Ocon and Hamilton for the lead. Max and Lewis forced each other off the Max forced Lewis off the track again. Then he got a penalty for it, and then he was letting Hamilton by because he forced him off and Lewis just rear-ended him. And then Hamilton won. So I'm sure I missed like about 15, 20 things in there, but this has to be the most confused I have ever been watching a race. This, not only Formula One, but out of all the races I've watched in my life, this has to be one of the most chaotic, weird, and dramatic races I have ever seen. You had drama on the track. You had drama off the track with freaking the FIA during their investigations. They were basically negotiating like it was a business deal with Red Bull saying, I think we'll put you in second place on the second start here after the red flag. How does that sound to you? Do you want a better deal? Do you want a worse deal? Huh? Let's talk it out. Like it was some type of business deal. I mean, everything was dramatic in this race, from the race to the FIA to the teams to there were barely any live pit stops because everyone pitted during the red flags. There was about 10 virtual safety cars. I think the longest run we got without a virtual safety car or a safety car or red flag was maybe 15 laps. This race was chaotic. This track was chaotic. I mean, everything that happened in today's Saudi Arabian Grand Prix was absolute chaos. I don't know how else to describe it. It was chaos. It was dramatic. Those are the two words I would use. Dramatic and chaos. Everything was absurd almost. I mean, I was entertained, don't get me wrong, but it was ridiculous at times. I mean, look, I get it. Calls are going to be inconsistent all the time. The human beings are running the FIA, the stewards, whatever. It's like I said in the Brazil incident. They're human. They're going to make mistakes, okay? Yeah. I don't even know what to say about today's calls or no calls. Max forced Lewis off, and they penalized him, and I would say rightfully so. Max did force Lewis off the track, and it wasn't like Brazil where he just kind of forced him wide. They made contact, and, Max very much missed the corner, and there was no real backing him up there. But then Max was giving the position back, and Lewis just rear-ended him. I don't get what he was doing. Did he think another virtual safety car was out? Did he think a safety car was out? I mean, Max was giving him enough room on the left to let him by, and he was going slow, and Lewis just, parked behind him, basically. Dude, if you see a car slowing and you don't hear yellow, you don't see yellow flags, you don't see yellow on your little screen, why would you not blow by him? Well, Max kept slowing down, saying, pass me, and Lewis kept on slowing down, getting up behind him, and then just rear-ended him. And then when he got rear-ended, Max was like, what does this mean? He just ran off. Max, don't you still let him by in that scenario? Lewis, why don't you pass him? I mean, bleh. I am lost. I am confused. This was chaotic. Everything about it was chaotic. I mean, Mazepin's wreck, where he rear-ended, I think it was Russell, that was scary. Perez was out, so Mercedes basically locked up the constructors. They have like a 30-point lead now. But hey, I completely forgot about this. But hey, the Drivers' Championship, I didn't predict that. I predicted that someone would steal the fastest lap from Lewis. But as many predicted, going into Abu Dhabi, the Drivers' Championship is tied at 369.5 points. Woo! That is thrilling. Oh, yeah, and then how could I forget? Bottas passed Ocon at the last second to get the podium. Yeah. So, I'm looking through the social medias and trying to see if I missed anything here. I mean, I'm so lost. This is the most lost you'll ever see me. Mick Schumacher took a big hit. I hope he's okay. Last I checked, I saw he was okay. But, a bunch of safety cars, a bunch of controversy. Verstappen was being aggressive and forced Hamilton off the track. He cut a corner. He got penalized twice. He would have started first on the grid after the second red flag, but instead started third. By the way, that third start he had when he started third behind Ocon and Hamilton, and he dove to the inside and took the lead, that was hot. That was one of the coolest moves I've ever seen. Didn't work out for him at the end. He didn't win the race, but woo! That was spicy. I'm lost to where I was. I don't know. I don't know, man. Yuki wrecked, Vettel wrecked. Let's just go to the results, honestly, at this point. Golly. Hamilton wins. He ties Max Verstappen in the points. Quite a day. I mean, starts on pole, takes the lead pretty quickly. Really good start for him. Mick Schumacher wrecks, and, he's not really able to pull away. And, the whole pit stops happen. The red flag comes out. He loses the lead. Next restart, he takes the lead, but Max cuts the corner. It was just chaotic there for a moment. And, he went on to win and tie in the driver's standing. So, that's what he wanted to do. That's all he had to do. All he could do was win. I guess hope that Verstappen had a bad day, but Verstappen didn't really have a bad day. He finished second. I mean, that's bad considering the situation, but, man, there were times at this day I thought Verstappen was going to win, that I thought Hamilton was going to win, I thought that Ocon was going to win for a bit. It was that chaotic. Verstappen, second. He tried his best. That is all I can say. He ran wide a couple times. He made contact with Lewis Hamilton. He tried to let Lewis Hamilton pass him, and Lewis Hamilton rear-ended him. I don't know what else he could have done. I mean, genuinely, I don't know what else he could have done. Then when he let Lewis by a second time, he waited till the very end of the long straight so that he could get DRS on the front straight, and he passed him again, which was clever. I will admit it was clever, but then he got passed again, and Lewis went on and won. So, he's tied in the driver's standings going into Abu Dhabi looking for his first championship. Bottas at the last second gets the podium. Literally last second got the DRS, and he beat Ocon by, I think they said 10th of a second. So, he clutched up there and got himself a podium, a double podium for Mercedes that extends their constructors' standing championship lead, and that will put them, they obviously have not mathematically clinched, but they've got a pretty big margin. It would take a lot for them to not win the constructors. Fourth place, Esteban. One of those. Ocon, he gets fourth. Obviously, that would have been 2 straight podiums for Alpine, which would have been the first for the team, back-to-back podiums since I think they said 2013. Really good day for him. Was able to avoid some of the chaos. He was leading for a bit. Was on the podium all day almost until the late wreck. Till Bottas passed him there at the end. And, Yeah, really good day for him. Good amount of points for Alpine, and that is huge for them in their fight with AlphaTauri for the Constructors' Championship in 5th. So really good day for them. 5th, Daniel Ricciardo for McLaren. They might have closed up on Ferrari for 3rd. I mean, Ferrari's still a good bit ahead, but that's McLaren's best performance since the U.S., I guess. Good day for him. 6th place, Pierre Gasly. Solid day for him. 7th place, Charles Leclerc. 8th place, Carlos Sainz. Both Ferraris finishing in the points. Sainz had a bad qualifying session. He started 15th, so actually a pretty solid day for him. 9th, Antonio Giovinazzi. Good points day for him in Alfa Romeo. 10th place, Lando Norris gets that last point. Then we got Lance Stroll, Nicholas Latifi. Fernando Alonso, he spun at one point. Yuki Tsunoda, he was a part of an incident with Sebastian Vettel, was handed a 5-second time penalty. Kimi Räikkönen, he was a part of an incident with Sebastian Vettel, and then Sebastian Vettel, he DNF'd, and then Perez, Mazepin, and Russell were all part of a crash, and then Schumacher wrecked by himself. Yeah. I mean, genuinely, I guarantee you I missed something in this video. I could give you my opinions in about 30 seconds about everything, and I don't know. I don't know how to make a video on all these. So, real quick. Bottas slowing up Verstappen during the safety car so that Lewis could pit or whatever. That was a bit dirty, I will say. That was a little bit dirty. Maybe a penalty should have been handed out there. Verstappen running wide, cutting the corner. That was a deserved penalty. Verstappen forcing Hamilton off the track. That was a deserved penalty. The Hamilton-Verstappen crash thingy where Hamilton rear-ended Verstappen, I don't know how you penalize someone in that. Like, how do you penalize Hamilton for rear-ending Verstappen, but then how would you penalize Verstappen for, I don't know. So that one I'm going to say just do nothing. Just kind of yell at the drivers for 5 minutes. I don't know. And as for the track was kind of dangerous looking going into the weekend. So I was a little bit nervous about this race. I'm going to be honest here, but I was a little bit nervous about this race coming into the weekend. Just the tight, narrow circuit with the walls and the street circuit and then the high speeds. But the Mazepin George Russell crash was very scary. And, I mean, there was nothing you could have done about it really, but it was dangerous, but at the same time, that's a part of the sport. So I don't know. Next time we go there in the spring, I think it's in the spring next year, I hope we can get a cleaner, better race. But yeah, I mean, the entertainment, the drama and stuff, Netflix this better be one of their best episodes. Honestly, they should just unedit it, raw footage from everything. No, just do it. That would be perfect. So, I really don't know what else to say. I might have to make a whole separate video to tell you what I think. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. We'll talk about Formula 1 more. And I really don't know what else to say. Just have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night, great rest of your morning. I don't know where you are, but have a great rest of your weekend.